catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. The toss out to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And Tate's got it. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Set.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go. 50, plant. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Now on second and 13. Manning, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Willie Henry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. Then he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So after the INT, it's Manning. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready? Squeeze. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Motion. Pop. Hit it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 39 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On my drive chart, I write successful drives in blue. And so far for them, 4 first-half drives, 4 touchdowns. It's all blue, no red.
What did they see on film? What did they see on tape that led them to have this type of a game plan, this type of execution? They're reading them like they're a true open book.
Oh, my goodness. In every facet, too. And then on the other side, I mean, it's domination right now offensively.
Yeah, they're going to need one player to make a monster play to try and stop this tide.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. As the Ravens come back out here on offense, we talked about Lamar Jackson earlier, Charles, but these Ravens, they rolled through the middle part of the season. Couple losses in September, but undefeated in October, November, and rolled that into December. They've answered every big question thus far. The wins over Seattle, New England, Houston. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On first down, Barkley.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Ooh, with a juke. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. And they're going to try for the 4th down conversion. Manning and the offense staying put.
No! Hey, team 6. Team 6. 41's the mic. 41's the
Here we go on 4th down with Manning. He's got his man. This is Tate. Touchdown, Giants. Golden Tate, 53 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Hey, echo. 48. We don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Let's go, defense.
They do go for it. It's Manning. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the 1st half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you think is competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gotten together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon. And guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route against zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. He's at the 40. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. As the first half is winding down, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now Manning. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. 15 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And New York set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
4. Check 3. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Defense.
And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tim Williams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Manning, he's going to let one fly for Tate. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson steps away, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I got you.
From the 17, Manning. He completes it to Tate. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
13. Yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Match box right. Shit, watch the shit. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Manning. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Tim Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no low. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got
that partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Mark Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind. A loss of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone, get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Well, the second down throw on target, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Mike 48.
Back to throw, Manning. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. Jackson to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here comes Peppers. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Rush in. Rush in. Go. Go.
He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a